Good evening, everyone. Today I have the pleasure to run the webinar with a very interesting topic, social media for doctors, strategies that work. And I hope this is the really interesting topic for you. As we know, social media right now are big part of aesthetic medicine field. So that's why we've decided with Amir to run this webinar for you. Who am I to talk about it? So first of all, I need to clarify that I'm not a social media manager or specialist. I'm just a doctor. My name is Agata, and I'm also a teacher and coordinator of the International Master in Aesthetic Medicine, Nutrition and Anti-Aging, and the co-owner of a company which name is Esti, and we are specializing in courses for doctors that helps young doctors or sometimes more advanced doctors to gain the knowledge in aesthetic medicine field. So, as I told you, I'm not a social media manager, but I'm a doctor who built visibility step by step. So I actually I'm running my account, my social media account on Instagram from the very beginning on my own. I have never had any help in that. So everything that you can see on my profile, I did on my own. And that's why today I will focus on strategies that worked for me, and maybe they will work for you, and maybe I could tell you something interesting during this webinar. What I need to really clarify is that I did this whole social media things while working with patients. So I had some kind of side job with that, and you can do it. It's not easy. First of all, in the beginning, it requires a lot of time of your free time, but this is something that you can do. And why I'm talking about this, because when I started my Instagram account, I had 0 followers, like nothing. And one day I just decided that I need to start doing that because I need to find a job. I need to gain patience. And in my mind, it was clear that I need to do it with the help of social media. And here you can see how it's changed in time. The last screenshot that I found was when I had 5,000 followers, and it was 10 months ago. To this 5,500 followers, to gain that much, I needed more than 1 year. And this time, during that time, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just I was listening YouTube specialists. I was sometimes copying other doctors, foreign doctors. So I was just a mess, and I took everything from many people. And when I gained this 5,000, my mind was more strict, and I was more conscious of what I was doing. And to this almost 10K, it took me 10 months to get to the point where I'm right now. And I was laughing today when I was doing this presentation that it would be much more it would be nicer if I had 10K today, but as you can see, I still need like 38 followers. But I think we can assume it's like 10K. And what else? What I need to tell you is that I did it without viral hacks, dancing, or paid followers. It was just consistency. And what I wanted is I wanted to build my personal brand on the trust and education. And I think I managed to do that. And maybe it wasn't a really fast growth, but I have very valuable followers. They are doctors, they are patients. So know people that that are there, for example, from a viral dancing reels or something, and it's actually affordable. You can do it. You can achieve it without the things that many doctors are afraid of. So that you need to dance or create really strange and weird reels. It is possible. First of all, we need to clarify one thing. Why in 2026 aesthetic clinics will not survive without social media? In 2026, social media won't be an option, it will be a must. So it will be something that every single clinic and doctor will need to be seen by the patients. Patients do not choose randomly anymore. Times that that the patients were choosing their doctors because, for example, the clinic was on the same street they lived, or because it was the only clinic in a city, has ended, and I don't think they will come back. In 2026, there is a big there's a lot of there's a lot of clinics next to each other, and you need to be in the internet, in social media, to be seen by the patients. What else the social media can give you? Give you as a doctor, not as a clinic. Because today we'll focus on building a personal brand, so not the clinic account, but the personal brand. First of all, you will build a base of patients much faster. I was able to build this patients base in 1 year. I think it's really fast. Maybe for but I think this was really fast because I was able to have only patients that meets my aesthetics. So I have this right now. I have this ability to treat only patients that that needs natural results, that are happy with small changes, and this is my aesthetics, and I achieved it only with the social media and with the content that I was posting, that this is my aesthetics, and for me it works really nice right now. The second point is that I actually have told you that you attract only patients you actually want. So if you, for example, want something opposite, so if you like to do the big lips and you start posting big lips and talking about why the big lips are really nice, start showing, for example, celebrities with such lips, you will attract this kind of people, and that's okay. That's really nice because you will have the ability to treat only this type of patients that you want. And I think the most important point, that you gain independence from one clinic. And why this is important? Because we are just people, and sometimes we would like to change the city where we live, or we would like to change the job or the clinic because, for example, we would like to earn more, or we would like to work in with different people. I don't know, there are many causes, and if you have your personal brand, it's much easier to change your job, change the place where you work. Of course, it's not nice for the clinic, because the clinics would like to have patients for them. But when you have your base, your patient base, and they trust you as a person, not the clinic, they will follow you wherever you go. So that's why it's so important to have a personal brand as an aesthetic medicine doctor. And here is the proof. To prove you that I'm not lying, here is the message that I received from the manager of one clinic. And really, I'm not lying, this is not the only one that I have received. You can see it in Polish, but of course I translated it to the English. And here it is written that I will read it to you. So, good evening. I'm the manager of an aesthetic medicine clinic. We are developing rapidly and looking for doctors to join our clinic. Perhaps you would be interested in meeting and talking about potential cooperation. Kind regards. And why I'm showing this to you? Because when you have the personal brand, it's not you who are looking for the job, it's the job that finds you. So this is a big advance, I would say, when you don't need to be worried about how to find a better job or how to find a job in another city. You are a personal brand, so you can text any clinic, and when they see that you are a good specialist, because you have a before and after photos, you have many reels that proves that you have knowledge, they will be more willing to have you in their clinic. And of course, when you have the base of the patients, it's a big benefit for the clinic that they will follow you. How patients look for a doctor nowadays. So step one, it is still the most important, and it's still the biggest trigger for the patients. So they ask friends and colleagues, and this word of mouth is still the strongest. When the patient is looking for example, the doctor that will help them make their lips bigger. First of all, they would ask, for example, their friends that has her lips done, and that they are done beautifully. And they will ask, hi, can you tell me where have you had your lips done? Because they're really nice. I would like to have the same. And for this patient, the recommendation from someone they know, so from, for example, their best friend, is the strongest. It's something that they really would follow this doctor without even searching for another. If they like the result, they will just go to this place, because for them this is the biggest proof. So that's why the most important, when you are more advanced and you have your patients, is to treat them like they were the most important in the world. So, and you need to make your you need to be very precise, and you need to be good at it, because your treatments are seen are visible, because they are actually on the patients. So they will be the best advertisement for you. But what if they, for example, won't find clear answer? So they don't have anyone in their surroundings that will answer the question where to go. They search on Instagram or TikTok. Yes, there, not on Google, not on rating portals. Still patients are looking for the doctors on the rating portals on Google, but in a different field. So, for example, when they're looking for specialists in a different field in aesthetic medicine, if they are looking for someone in aesthetic medicine, they are checking before and after, and this is the biggest, this is the most important for them. And the youngest patients, so maybe it's hard to believe, but the youngest patients I'm talking about from 20 to, I don't know, 23, they are looking on TikTok. Okay, so what patients really need before booking when they are checking Instagram accounts or TikTok accounts? What are they looking for? First of all, proof of competence and experience. Second of all, before and after results that match their aesthetic taste. And third, recommendations and opinions from other patients. And fourth, a feeling of safety and care. Okay, great. But how do you get this when you are just starting out? It's easy to say, right? But to have a proof of competence and before and after results. But okay, doctor, but what when I'm just starting and I don't have a proof of competence. I don't have a patient, so I don't have before and after photos. I don't have any recommendations. So how can I gain these patients actually? A good news is you don't need to dance. You don't need to do the silly trends. You can focus on solving patient problems. This sounds very easy, but it's not. You need to focus first of all, and I did it this way. I focused fully on solving patient problems. I knew that I won't have before and after photos. I knew that I won't have any reels from the clinic because I didn't have a job, and I focused on answering common questions, on talking about substances that are used in aesthetic medicine. So many subjects around the aesthetic medicine field. And goal 1, proof of competence and experience. Most doctors quit here because they say, I'm just starting, I have no experience yet, so this is the thing that I have just talked about. And what can you do? Exactly, what can you do to have this proof of competence and experience? For example, you can explain procedures in simple language. So that's what I did. I was just talking about the procedures, but not how to perform them or how they are done. I was talking about the patient problems and then how to solve it. So what they will get when they pay for this treatment, for example. So, for example, I focused, okay, you have wrinkles, so you can do this and this. So, for example, botulinum toxin. This works by blocking the neuromuscular junction, and it will allow you to not have wrinkles for 3 to 5 months, for example, but of course in a more advanced way. And there are many subjects that you can focus on and prove your experience, prove your competence. Second is answering common patient fears. There are a lot of them, really a lot, and I prepared a few for you, but you can focus on answering common fears. How to find them? You can just Google, or ask the ChatGPT. Tell me what are the 10 most searchable questions that patients ask Google in a field of aesthetic medicine. What are they afraid of? And the fourth is correcting popular myths. So there are so many myths on social media, so many people that are not doctors or that are not even connected to this aesthetic medicine field are talking about aesthetic medicine, but they are spreading a lot of myths, and you can just correct them. Okay, and I've prepared a few examples for you. What are the examples of reels that you can actually do? You can actually record without having a clinic, without having a patient, without anything, just your phone and a tripod and a microphone. So, for example, filler 10 years ago versus filler now. And you can show people in this reel that in 10 years ago, we used to use a lot of fillers. You can show the celebrities with overfilled syndrome, and you can show them what we do now. So, for example, that nowadays we use much more fillers with smaller amounts. We, for example, place them deeper, not subcutaneous, and that's how we do it today. Interesting for me, yes. Second, for example, don't be scared of retinol. You just need to use it correctly. You can focus also on topics that are around aesthetic medicine. So sometimes when you are talking about the skincare or sometimes even cosmetics, it will bring interest to the people that maybe in the future can become your patients. And third, once again, filler in 2016 versus filler in 2025. Why I'm showing you two very similar reels? Because I want you to know that you don't need to invent something very new. You can just copy someone's idea, but just do it on your own. So not to copy it one-to-one, but have an idea for the reel and make it on your own. Make a story that is from you, by your words. But as you can see, two very popular creators have done almost the same reel, but they are completely different. And someone who is following one of them maybe is not following the second of them. And it's a very popular mistake that sometimes we think, oh my God, but everything was said in this internet. Everything is there. Okay, so it's easy for you because you can just have a big variety of ideas and just make it a little bit different. And the fourth is I'm in my 20s, so when is the best time to start Botox? And this is more in answering common patient fears and correcting popular myths. So many people think that, oh, I'm too young for botulinum toxin, or I'm too old for the botulinum toxin. And you can just clarify it and tell them what is the truth, in your opinion, of course. And here I have prepared 10 educational content ideas for aesthetic patients. I made them up in like 3 minutes. So I thought, what are the most popular problems of my patients? And I've prepared for you 10 ideas. You can use them when you want to start. And I'm sure they will be interesting for the patients. First of all, can I bend over or exercise after botulinum toxin treatments? A very popular myth, and this is this is everywhere. Like, I have patients that have access to social media that are young and still believe in this myth. Do dermal fillers always migrate? Nowadays, many people are so afraid of fillers, and you can talk about it, why the fillers not always migrate, what happens with the filler in time, how the filler looks in ultrasound image. So there are a variety of ideas that can come from just this statement. What can be done for a sunken tear tooth? Also a very popular problem for people. Does radiofrequency treatment dissolve fat, facial fat? Does hyaluronidase hurt? This is so common. Like, I have many girls that have overfilled lips, and when I'm saying them, oh, maybe we can dissolve them, or would you like to dissolve them? They are like, of course I would, but I'm so afraid it hurts. I heard that it hurts so much that I prefer to have this overfilled look than to have them dissolve. And then I am telling them, but we can anesthetize you, and it won't hurt a lot. It will be almost like nothing. And for them, it's a big surprise. So you can talk about this. For example, why did my Botox wear off after only 2 months? Do polynucleotides really work? Which treatments actually improve skin quality, not just wrinkles? What treatments do celebrities like Anna Hathaway actually use? This is a very interesting for patients. So what the celebrities have done, and you can, of course, you don't know, but you can still assume and tell them or text in a post that I'm not sure what she did. Of course, I'm not her doctor, but I can guess that maybe she had this, and this. That's it. Goal 2, before and after results. This is a hard one. Results are powerful, but how to get them at the beginning? Of course, this is the hardest. So I won't tell you what to do. I will tell you what I did that actually worked in the very beginning. So when I started, I did treatments on my family members, on my mom, on my dad, on my brother, on my friends, on everyone that wanted to be my patient. And I asked them kindly if I can post something maybe without their face. For example, I posted just their forehead, or for example, the hands of my mom, or the eye area of my boyfriend. So that's how it started in my case. And then you can, of course, open calls for models, but I would change the second arrow with the third. So I'll start with the third. When you start your education in the direction of aesthetic medicine, you are doing a lot of courses and trainings. And what I will need to tell you is in 99% of the cases in such trainings, the doctors that are running this course have the permission from models for the recordings or for the photos. So you can ask the doctor that is running the course if you can post the before and after photo of this particular patient on your social media, if you will do the treatment on your own, or if it will just help you in slight matters. And they usually say, of course, yes, you can post it. So and because they have the consent from patients, and that's what I did. I always asked if I can do it. I also asked the patients if they are fine with that, and in the majority of cases, they agreed. So that's how I gain my before and after photos when I started. And then what you can do is open calls for models. So you can perform treatments for models for a very, maybe not whatever you want. So with a lower price. And for example, in a smaller cities, it's not so expensive to rent a small room in a clinic. And for example, you can rent it for hours, not for even days. So you can rent it for hours, and you can find models with the cheaper price, and with the prepare the consent from the lawyer, and this is how you can have this before and after photos of the models. Here I prepared for you this before and after photos, so you can see how it is. It's important to have the similar lighting. Of course, it's not always possible to have it, but this is a big benefit for the patients to see the before and after in the same lighting, and of course with the same pose. And these are the type of the pose that are like the favorite for the patients. Even I, as a doctor, really like to see before and after photos from different doctors. So this is a very powerful kind of posts. If you are more advanced, you can also do a reels with your patients. So for example, explain what you would do on a particular patient and show the result before and after, but in the middle, talk about the treatment that you are doing. And this is something that patients really like to watch. And this is very interesting because they want to see this whole metamorphosis. And how to do it later when you have patients, even a little, but when you have them, you need to have consent for image use. So this is the best way to do it is to prepare it with the help of the lawyer, because it's important to have it done correctly. And you can tell your patients that can I record the whole treatment, for example, or just a few moments of the treatment, and you will get the lower price for the treatment. And they usually also agree. And so this is the very popular type of content. and goal-free opinions. So what I need you to understand, and this is hard for me to do it, but I need you to understand that opinions do not appear by themselves. This is what I thought, that if I'm doing my treatments correctly, if I'm really nice for my patients, if I really care, they will text me by their own, they will leave the opinion, everything. But then I realized that no, it's not working that way. First of all, when you don't ask for the opinion, they won't even think that they can text you. The patients are thinking that, oh my God, I won't ruin her weekend. I won't text her. I won't text my doctor on her social media because I don't want to be rude, and so on. And they don't even know where they can probably put their opinion, even if they are happy. You need to guide them. So what I do right now is after the treatment, I ask patients to send me a photo via Instagram, or I give them my phone number, and I'm asking them to text me if everything is fine, if they healed well, if everything is just fine. So I just tell them that please text me after 2 weeks. I really need to know if everything is okay, and then they text me, and in majority of cases they are very happy, and they are texting me, hi doctor, it's very I healed really well, I really like my lips right now, thank you very much for your time and for your care. That's all. And then I text them, thank you very much, I really appreciate that you spend your time and you send me this message. I would be very happy if I could share this feedback with my followers. Can I do it without your name, for example, or without your photo? Is it possible? And they are always like, of course, yes, it's not a problem. So then I have opinions, I have before and after, and I have a content that is very professional. And what is the most important? That's it. Repeat it again and again, and you need to be consistent with it, and you need to post with just with consistency. And the worst thing you can do is to stop, is to think, oh no, I'm not getting more followers, I'm not getting more patients, this is stupid, I won't do it longer. So this is the point where you need to just do it without checking if it's working or not. You just need to do it, and I can tell you it will work, but sometimes you need to wait for that a little longer. And I also prepared the biggest mistakes that the beginner doctors make on social media. Let's go through this. First of all, fear of what other doctors will say. I know that many of you work in hospitals, and sometimes you are afraid of other doctors' opinion because you are a very professional specialist, and what will they say if they see that you are talking about some stupid things on social media? It's their problem. You just need to focus on yourself. You need to be clear with yourself that what you are doing is not stupid. It's just improving. It's just making a communication between you and your patients, and this is something that is really professional, because you are not talking about I don't know, stupid things. You are talking about a treatment, how they work, how the substances work, how to gain this treatment, and what to do and what not to do. So you can talk about everything you want. You don't need to dance or make stupid videos, okay? And please focus on yourself, because at the end, it's you who want to do these treatments. Maybe this doctor that is laughing in your hospital, maybe they are just not conscious about your job. They don't know what is it. They saw a few people that are not allowed to do these treatments with a big lips or overfilled, and they connect this aesthetic medicine that you want to do with this what they have seen, and this is not true. So please be consistent and just don't care what others say. Second mistake: content that is too scientific and too complicated. This is the mistake that I think everyone has done. I also did it. My first posts were so full of very specific nomenclature, very hard names, very hard to follow processes to follow, and patients didn't really understood it. So I needed to change the way I thought. I needed to think, okay, these are not the doctors that will read it. This will be patients, and they are not after the medical studies. They don't know what I know. So I need to be more simple, and I need to talk to them in a different way than I would talk with another doctor. So it's not something stupid that you are saying very simplified statements. It's okay, because you are talking to your patients, not to other doctors. Third, explaining how a procedure works instead of what problems it solves. This is what I also did when I started. So I was explaining the whole procedure. This laser works like that and like that. Botulinum toxin works like that and like that. And I didn't tell them what actually it will solve. So instead of saying how the filler is built and how it works, tell your patients what problem it solves. So if you have the hollowness in the middle of your face, so you have a hollowness instead of your cheek, you can do the filler, for example, or hydroxyapatite, or this and this, and thanks to that, you will have a more enhanced cheek. So this is much easier, of course, but it's okay for the patients. This is much better than this very complicated process of the injection. Maybe they are even scared of needles, of the cannulas, and they even don't want to hear about it. They want to know what will they get with their money, what are they paying for. And for too long videos and posts, this is the problem I also had. So I wanted to be so specific that my reels, when I started, lasted for more than 1 minute. And even my boyfriend didn't want to watch them, and I was so sad because I spent so much time on this particular reel. It was so perfect, so scientifically correct, but no one wanted to watch it to the end. Why? Because we need to understand that patients come to social media not for gaining knowledge. They are here for advertisements. So they want to know how much and what it will bring to them. So they want to see the results, and very fast results, before and after photos, short movies from the treatments, short explanation of one problem, and that's what they want to see. And they don't want to hear about the pathways of some enzymes. So please make a short videos and really simple posts, and it's even easier for you. Fifth, no hooks at the beginning. What is a hook? This is a statement, a sentence that you see at first when you see the reel or the posts, and sometimes it can sound stupid, but it really works. You have like 1 second to gain your the attention of someone who is scrolling through the social media. And the hook is, for example, the one thing I didn't know about botulinum toxin that has changed my life, for example. Really weird and maybe unfair a little bit, but this is something that gains the attention of someone, and maybe then he or she will be able to watch the whole reel or the whole post that you have created. So please use hooks even if you think they're stupid. 6, trying to invent everything from scratch. This is what I told you at the beginning. You don't have to invent everything from scratch. You can just copy the ideas and make them on your own in a different way, but the idea can be the same. So the internet is full of ideas. You just need to talk about them with your feeling, with your voice, with your gesticulation. So it should be you. Don't copy the person. Just get the idea from someone else's posts or reel. 6, no relationship building on stories. So you forget about stories. And this is also a common mistake, that posts and reels are for the new followers. Stories are for the people that are already following you. So every single day you should post at least one story, and just to stay connected with your followers. You can it doesn't have to be something very advanced. It can be just you in your clinic, or you can be just you on a course, on a new course, or reading a book from aesthetic medicine. Whatever you want to stay connected with your followers and to build the trust between you and your potential patients in the future. And 8, inconsistency on posting only when it's time. So when there's time. So only when you have time, you think about, oh, maybe I can post something today. I have a free day. And then you post, or then second day you can also post, and then a silence for another week. And here is the inconsistency. And with inconsistency, you will never gain a lot of followers, because the minute they don't see you, they forget about you. And this is simple as that. If you, for example, gain them and you are not posting for another week or 2 weeks, they are just forgetting about you. So the most important is you need to change the mindset. Social media is not about being perfect. It's about being clear. Your goal is not to impress other doctors. Your goal is to be understood by patients. Clarity builds trust, and trust builds bookings. And here is a small bonus from me to you. And first of all, I would like to, if you have your accounts already, we can go through them through the bio, and I will show you small changes that you can do if you want to reach more people, and if you want to gain more trust. So first step is the name field matters more than you think. I don't know if you know, but there's something like name, and this is something different than bio. And by this name, people can search for you. So, for example, instead of writing there, here is this aesthetic parlor, and this is just the one word. And I think this is a small mistake, because here you can put more, and by that, someone can search for you. So you can, in my case, I would write Dr. Agata Lis, aesthetic medicine doctor, and also I would add Warsaw, because it would be easier to find me. For example, when someone searches for aesthetic medicine doctor Warsaw, and because of this name, they can find me. Second step is the profile photo. It should be clear, professional, and with your face visible. As you can see on the second, here's the difference. The first is a clinic, and the second is a person. And when you are building a personal brand, not the clinic brand, you should be there on the profile photo. So it's really important that someone can connect you to this particular account. That's why they need to see your face. And third, the first line, you can text them who you help actually. So for example, helping women feel confident in their skin, because patient should know in 3 seconds if this profile is for them. Here you can see it's like transforming, enhancing, and beautifying. So there is no who you help, but there is a fourth point. And in the second, actually, you have specialized in natural injectables. So more or less who you help, but still it's not the best. But to be honest, I couldn't find the really good example of this bio of the perfect bio. And I searched through many accounts. So as you can see, there's a lot of things that can be improved even in a very big accounts. I'm not saying this is something wrong what is written here, but according to the best practices, it's really nice when the person that is randomly saw your profile knows who you help actually in what you do. But first of all, who you help. For example, on my profile, I have written that I help doctors gain knowledge based on evidence-based medicine, not on the schemes. So this is important. And the step 4, so what you do. Example, natural looking results, facial harmonization and skin quality, and avoid medical jargon, speak patient language. So as you can see here, advanced transforming, enhancing, and beautifying, and here specialized in natural injectables, tox, filler, laser, Sculptra skin. So you know when you see this account, what this girl is actually doing. Step 5, clear call to action. This is something that is missing a lot of times. So tell patients what to do next. Example, book your consultation, send a DM to schedule a visit, link below for appointments. They are, when they trust you, they want to book an appointment, and the worst thing you can do is not to tell them how to do it. Sometimes really when I want to order, for example, I had this trouble with a Polish brand, really new brand, when I wanted to order a cup for myself, a winter cup, and I didn't know how to do it. So I was searching in the highlights, in a bio, how can I actually make an order, and I couldn't find it. So this is a big mistake, because I got annoyed. And maybe if I wasn't so consistent, if I didn't want that specific cup so hard, I would just resign, because I couldn't find the way to order it. And also the step 7 is highlights and part of your bio. So use highlights as a proof. Must have highlights before and after, opinions, and so on. It depends on the what you do. So for example, here, lips, skin pen. So when I'm a patient and I'm looking for before and after the Morpheus, I can just click it and see just the things that I'm interested in, without scrolling through the whole feed. This is really much easier for me, for example, as a patient, to look for the results in highlights. And we are getting to the end of the presentation. I hope I helped you just in a few aspects of running this social media account. If you have any questions, you can ask me right now, and I will try to answer all of them. Okay, I'm checking if there are any questions. So I think I can't see any. I just need to verify it. But I think there are. Oh, I saw something. Wait, where is it? Okay, sorry, I saw it on a. Okay, where do you put the reviews on your TikTok or Insta? Oh, I have a love-hate relationship with TikTok, so I don't put the reviews there, but on Insta, I put it in stories. So I just post them randomly when I get some review. I post it, but my goal for the 2026 is to have better highlights, and I want to put them in the highlights. So I want to have just the highlights review and have them there. But of course, my Instagram is not perfect. Okay. Which one do you suggest to make brand personal or on clinic? Because on clinic might change later. Which one do you suggest? When you are a doctor and you are running your clinic, in my opinion, when you start, it's better to combine this and focus on yourself, so on your personal brand, and there like have book your appointment in the link below, so connect it and start to run your clinic account also, but it's not necessary. I would focus on my own personal brand, and people are not so, when patients are looking for a doctor, they are not really searching for the Instagram of the clinic. I know many doctors that started to build their their personal brand, and then they opened their clinic, and they didn't have a different account for the clinic. When they earn a lot of money, then they hired someone to run the clinic account. So I think this is better to do it this way when you don't have a lot of money, or maybe you would like to invest it in your clinic, not to hire someone. Then it's better to focus on your personal brand, because it will always pay off. It's just a better choice. Of course, if you have a lot of money, you can have both, and it's also nice, because then, for example, you will like to hire different doctors. You would like to have also gain patients for them, and then it's also nice to have a clinic account. But the most important for me is the personal brand. Someone is texting or not texting. I see that someone is texting, but oh, how much would it affect for brand building if I work part-time as aesthetic physician? How much would it affect for brand building if I, how much would it affect? You mean the time, or? If you compare with full time. I can't understand the question, to be honest. If you compare it with full-time work, but you mean how much time it requires to run this account, or how much it affects your personal life? So how much you need to put into your put effort into it? I'm sorry, please clarify this for me. If anyone has any other questions, you can also ask me. I mean, if I work part-time as a aesthetic physician instead of full-time, does this work profile affect patient mindset? No, no. I won't say that because if I can say it this way. When you work part-time as an aesthetic medicine, it's also because you don't have more patients. So if you see that you are working part-time and you have so many patients that would like to make an appointment, but they can't because you don't have free spots available, then maybe it's time to think about changing the profile of your work. But I would say that first of all, you can focus on working just 1 day in a week or 2 days. So as much as you have patience, and it's not affecting the patient's mindset, I would say, because they don't even know how much do you work. To be honest, they are not following your every single day, and that's what I would say. Okay. Someone else is asking something, so we'll wait. Thank you for very nice lectures. Oh my God, thank you very much. So I think we are ending, and I hope you had a nice time with me. Thank you for being here, and well, I wish you luck in developing your personal brand, and please be consistent, and you can always text me if you have any questions via my personal account. Bye.